Great opening day for us. I don't know what else to say that game didn't say for itself. So really good. We saw so many great things tonight, pitching-wise, defense, offense, just everything we wanted it to be. So it was great to see those guys get rewarded for all their hard work.
Mark, I believe the first 3 RBIs were from 3 transfers, so you kind of get the immediate production. Just how pleasing is that to see?
Yeah, I mean, that's older, stronger, experienced guys. I mean, it matters in our sport. So you saw it right out of the gate, and I think we have an older, experienced lineup for the most part. So we hope to see that a lot.
Mark, Wimmer, obviously big game today at the plate, but also getting the start at shortstop. Just curious what you've seen from him to give you the confidence to start him out there, and then obviously the day he had the plate as well.
Yeah, well, what you saw tonight is what he's been, and we've seen him developing into a very special player offensively and defensively, and he's special. And to see him get rewarded like that for coming back to try to prove what he can do, to see him do that on opening night, just love to see him rewarded like that.
I think 8 different guys had hits, 5 with multi-RBI games, bunch of hit by pitches, bunch of walks. I think more walks than strikeouts. Is this the kind of offense you want to see? I mean, I've obviously extrapolated out over that. And how pleased are you with the at-bats this team?
Oh, sure. I mean, hard for me to complain about scoring 20 runs. It doesn't happen very often. I don't know when the last time it happened, but we scored 20 runs, and God bless you. And have 4 strikeouts. Again, great approaches by a lot of guys tonight. And early on, I mean, you saw a lefty that, with the wind blowing like it was and a lefty with command, sometimes those guys can give you fits. And so early on, I think it took us one time through the order to kind of get our feel for that. And once we did, we took a lot of great at-bats.
Carson Horning, another guy who had a big day. What went into the decision to have him at leadoff? Because I know you had a few candidates there, and kind of what did you see from him, other than the 5 RBIs, obviously?
Yeah, well, he's as good as we have in terms of pitch selection. He does a really good job swinging at strikes and taking balls. And so his on-base percentage over the last 8 months in our fall and our spring scrimmages is as good as we have. So, again, sometimes you want a real fast leadoff hitter that can get on base a lot. We don't necessarily have that. So the next step is you just put a real high on-base percentage guy up there, which he is, but he also can provide power like you saw today.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there didn't seem to be a whole lot of power in the preseason scrimmages in terms of home runs. Did you feel like y'all would be able to play with some power this season? And how good was it, obviously, to see tonight?
It was great to see tonight. Again, I think it's a little testament to, we kept wondering through the inter squads in the springs, are our hitters struggling because they're not as good as we hoped, or is it just that our pitching can be really good? I think we saw that probably was both. I think we saw that our pitching could be really good based on how they handled that lineup throughout the spring. But we have guys with track records. Wimmer has a track record. McGillis has a track record. We have guys that have track records. So we watch how these guys go to work every day, and we think it can be a good offense for sure.
Mark, I know it's just one game, but to be able to come out here, especially the first game, how much can this help just in terms of momentum, confidence, just all the little things that you guys work on going back to fall ball and just trying to, get things going in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, it's one game. Like you said, it's opening day. It's a great opening day. So as I told the guys in a very brief meeting afterwards, now, great job. Let's go do it again tomorrow. I mean, it's one game out of 56 regular season games, but games like this are special because it was opening day. Everybody was getting to see us for the first time. So you only get one chance to make a first impression, especially with the fan base wanting to see what we're all about. So I'm glad that our guys put on a real good showing.
Marco, Will, got behind a lot of batters in that second 35 pitches, hit a couple of guys. Yeah. Anything to worry about? Just opening day, had a bad day.
He just was not very sharp. Again, he's behind because he didn't pitch last summer. He didn't pitch in the fall. So he's a little bit behind where he should be right now. We don't worry about Will at all because he's as talented as they get. He works as hard as they get. But, I just think he's still going to be working through some things to catch up because, most of our other pitchers pitch through the summer and the fall and are just have more reps under their belt in the last 8 months. And so Will be just fine. We're sure about that.
2 shutout innings from Austin Williamson to end the game as a freshman. What are you looking for from him for the season?
Well, Austin's been a really good pickup for us as a freshman. Very talented. He's a guy that struggled a little bit in the fall, has made really good adjustments with Coach Parker. And what you saw tonight is what we've seen a lot of. Really good stuff. great composure out there. He looked confident. You don't see freshmen go out there and look that confident on their first outing in college like you saw him tonight. I mean, he had a little swagger to him after a strikeout or two. So that was really good because he's one of the many guys we have confidence in out there.
With James, 11 months off of surgery, but he looked in complete control today. How do y'all as a coaching staff feel like where he is right now, and how does he feel about where he is right now?
I think he feels pretty good. Again, he commanded the zone. He's got a very tough fastball to square up, as you saw tonight. And he's nowhere near where he will be. I mean, a lot like Will, where we may not see the best Will Sanders or James Hicks for a little while, but James was really good tonight. It was great to see that command. It was great to see the fastball getting under the barrel, under their swings, and so he's going to be a valuable guy for us. All right, you got it. Thanks, guys.